everyone, and welcome back to Empkin Gardening. Today we have a nice short and sweet video for you. We're doing a fall update tour on our roots flower bed. The fall colors are in full force, and if you have been following the progression of this particular flower bed, it's gone through some ups and downs. This is the first time that we're planting, that we have ever planted in this bed, so we're still figuring out what works best, some of the challenges that we're facing, so you will see some of that along with some successes. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the flower bed. What we did notice is that the air is a lot cooler up here than it is down at our house. So I think that played or is going to play a little bit in how we progress next year with this bed. Also, we did get another thunderstorm the other day, and then the temps dipped a little bit into that upper 30s range, and you will see it took a lot of the plants that looked phenomenal 2 days ago. It took those plants like completely. So they don't look the greatest, but we will talk about some other fall plants that look really good typically at this time. Starting with, again, our limelight hydrangea. This is the first time it's in the ground, so it's still pretty small, but what I'm loving about this particular limelight, and it might have to do with the pH of the soil, but it's not turning like that hot pink that you saw at our house. It is straight up like burgundy color, which I love. It's beautiful. It kind of reminds me of the sedum that we planted in our perennial bed, but you can see that it's pushing completely new blooms. And look at the pink insides. So interesting. So it's pushing new growth. It's really burgundy colored with how the fall colors are changing it, and you can tell it's also turning its fall colors with its leaves. So limelights are always just such a staple. They look beautiful all 3 seasons, spring, summer, fall. Definitely something that you want in your garden. One of the things that is very interesting that happened in this bed are the grasses. The grasses should not look like this in fall, which makes me think that they got drenched in that rain and then kind of like froze or like dried out. I don't know what happened. You can see there is growth on the inside, but just like it's very early for them to look like this. This is how they will age, but not until typically like November time. So I think the weather played a part with the purple fountain grass, because it should be more purple now like it is at our house, which makes me think that the temperature changes are different around here. Super petunias look great, still pushing blooms, still have a lot of like healthy foliage. Very interesting on why the grasses did that. And then our gomphrena, it looks like dried flowers, but still really pretty and holding their colors. The stalks are fading. This one might be dying out soon, but it's still really pretty. And you'll see that the gomphrena on the other side, if you remember in this bed, the left dealt with a lot of issues, the left hand side of the bed, but the gomphrena over there completely reflushed and rebloomed, and you'll be able to see it when we get over there. So both the Suncredible sunflowers and the Suncredible Saturn sunflowers from Proven Winners are looking amazing. These Proven Winner sunflowers are what I would recommend having in your garden for that fall sunflower color that you're just craving. So the sunflowers at our home, the really big ones, the varieties that were self-seeded, that we have no idea what kind of varieties they are looking very tired and aesthetically not pleasing at all if you saw our fall video. The birds are loving them, but that fall sunflower look, they're not really kind of keeping up, and they smothered all of our Suncredible Saturns that we did plant in there because those other varieties got so big. This is what you would expect from the sunflowers from Proven Winners. even with the cold snaps, even with being drenched in rain and then, you know, dipping down into those low temps, they still are reblooming and still looking fantastic. So this is definitely a fall plant that you would want in your garden alongside the, again, Rockin' in the Blue Salvia, not affected by the dips in the temperature. You can look right in front. These zinnias were so pretty. I promise you they were so pretty like 2 days ago before this happened. And what you can tell that they just got soaked. It's like putty and then just frozen. Ugh, so disappointing, because zinnias are another annual that I would recommend over and over again for fall color. They bloom all through the summer, all the way through fall before like a hard frost. So this is so bizarre to me that all of the zinnias were lost. So strange. Because zinnias are another plant that I would recommend for that fall color. You can see the grass again kind of dealing with that same thing. And then of course this is what I'm expecting of a plant that could not handle those lower temperatures. Even like 40s, they're gonna show their stress. So the ones on the inside are a little bit better, but the top ones that were in the elements, they got hit pretty bad. Our Japanese maple, not affected at all. Not affected at all, looking absolutely gorgeous. And then the Suncredibles in the back here, also doing very well. Just happy and blooming. Now we're on the left hand side of the bed, the trouble area. These grasses are still giving fall texture and color, because this is what happens in the fall, but again, much later fall typically than what it is in the middle of October. This is very strange for this plant to be acting this way, unless it was like extreme temperature shifts. But at least it is still giving like some fall color. The Penicillium in the back, also bizarre. Should not be that way. And we lost all of our zinnias. You can see, like, you can even see on this one, it was beautiful and it's like caked. It's very strange. Just, it got real wet and then dipped. Bummer. But the sunflowers and the Rockin' the Blue Salvia are looking great. If you remember what this was like in our summer garden tour, like barely getting some leaves growing, it did do very well. So you can tell that it has all of these blooms that it was able to produce. And it, again, 2 days ago looked amazing. So I'm really happy that the Gomphrena is such a strong plant that it did like rebel completely when it was just taken back and those little leaves were the only things that were there. It did flush up and have all of these beautiful little pink blooms. So that's wonderful. And then right on this side we still have the other limelight hydrangea, also giving us beautiful burgundy blooms. As always, we love being very transparent with you all on progresses, gains, and losses. That's just the part of gardening. So we're excited that some of these plants did really well in this area despite the crazy weather challenges and potential ground challenges, maybe some pH challenges going on. It's going to be a work in progress, this bed, but we have some more ideas for next season, for the spring season, to put in this bed, and we're really excited about those. I wanted to point out some more really great fall options, fall plants for you all to think about. planting next year so that you can have these fall colors. Definitely the limelight hydrangeas, the Suncredible sunflowers from Proven Winners. I would still put zinnias on that list because typically they are just beautiful right now in this time of the season. Don't discount them because of what happened in this bed. I would still put those on your list. And obviously the Rockin and the blue salvia we've said before. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're kind of experiencing some of these different weather challenges of your own in your garden. Subscribe to our channel, and we're hoping that you're having a great fall day. Bye.